I will be discussing how to proactively search and apply for jobs that are desirable to you. Whether it be a job at a fast food chain or a head position of a company, the same underlying preparations and strategies should be taken into account. These helpful tips and strategies will help anyone find the job they are looking for. Being prepared and knowing where to search are the essentials to finding a job. I do not consider myself an expert, but I've taken classes on planning and careers and have done research on how to make things easier. First, I will discuss how to prepare for a potential job. Then, I will discuss the job search itself. Lastly, I will discuss how to interview effectively. Before even applying for jobs, create a resume as most jobs will require one. The resume should be an outline of skills, education, work experience, and other certifications you may have. Starting with a resume template, using a word processing software is an easy way to create a visually appealing resume. This will grab the attention of your employer, who typically only spends around 10 seconds looking at each resume according to Business Insider. Having a clean and simple yet detailed resume will ensure the recruiter takes the time to read through it. Description should not be a simple overview of past jobs, skills, education, etc. This is where most resumes go wrong. For example, most people describe their duties at their past jobs. Anybody can fill a role, and this does not make the resume or person stand out. It is best to highlight your achievements and explain the differences between being average and excellent. This is what an employer is looking for, and it will be most intrigued by, and make the resume a top choice for an interview. Along with standing out, implement personality, motives, and goals throughout the resume, so your resume stands out over others. It is also important to curate the resume around the position being filled, as this is what the employer will be looking for. Lastly, there cannot be any grammar errors, as this will indicate the resume is rushed, which can relate back to poor work ethics. Once a basic resume is completed, begin the job search through the internet or through more classical approaches such as career fairs or job services. Create a plan, set a goal, and assign resources to help find a job. There are billions of positions out there, and picking the right one is important. Creating a plan before searching will help narrow down your search and help you choose the right job. It is important to know which type of job you are looking for, and it should be something you can see yourself working, and that is something you enjoy doing. Being happy with your job is a must. Setting a goal will help guide you to getting a desirable job that pays well. Assess your skills alongside the job's criteria. Determine if you are fit for the position or if you could find something better. Working at McDonald's with a bachelor's degree is not ideal, and it is okay to strive for a position that may be above your skills and education, as long as you have the drive to succeed. Lastly, assign most of your resources to the most important positions first, meaning create the best possible resumes curated to the top position picks. Like I previously stated, it is important that the resume reflects your desire for the position. You will want to apply for as many available jobs as you can to increase your chances of landing an interview. Once you get an interview with a potential employer, it is time to prepare for the most critical part of getting the job. Before the interview, preparations should be made so that you can answer questions confidently that the employers will be looking for. Research the employer to find out pertinent information about the company. This will help your interview as you can apply the information to your answers. Also, knowing the company's mission gives you an idea on what your employer is looking for. Appearance is an important factor in the decision of the employer. This will be their first impression of you, and it is beneficial to be well dressed and groomed. John Pusilu, writer for career magazine Tech Directions, says to calm your nerves and relax by practicing deep breathing and giving yourself short prep talks before going into an interview. An interview can be scary, but with its correct preparations, it will become less daunting. You also want to go over some common questions employers ask. For example, why should we hire you? Why should we hire you over somebody else? Knowing the answers to some of these questions will make you seem more confident and ease some of the stress going into the interview. When you're at the interview, you will want to firmly shake the interviewer's hand and greet them with a smile. The first impression is very important. Also during the interview, It is important to use a clear and audible speaking voice. It is important you sound confident in your words. Smile throughout the interview and use body language to help create a better presentation of yourself. Also, maintain eye contact throughout the interview. The interviewer will be impressed if all these tips are pieced together correctly, and you can leave the interview feeling good. Just as a recap, first, build the resume, then search for potential jobs. Finally, with planning and preparation work, use what you have learned to be chosen over a pool of candidates. Remember, the job goes to the best, so be better than the best. It is important to remember jobs go to people who are confident, driven, and well prepared. Although education and skills are very important, these are just prerequisites to getting a job. The rest is determined by you. With these tips and strategies, finding and getting a job will become a lot easier.